Okay guys, quick update with Bitcoin. So I do believe I've charted the future and I know how it's all going to play out. Now we don't know this 100%, but I'm pretty confident I do know how it's going to play out. I've been talking about this blue ring where I'm going heavy long. We're going to cover this as well. I'm going to show you the previous ring where we caught that to the dollar, and understand a lot of people that use my charts, they do leverage trading, 50, 100 times leverage. And what's important about using leverage is getting the best entry. If you get a good entry with a stop just above, if you're doing a short, or a stop just below if you're doing a long, you get that good entry point with a stop to protect yourself. The risk versus reward, there's a lot more reward versus risk. That's why my channel and my charts have been so popular for trading. This last video, I'll put a link up to now if you want to check it out. By the way, all the videos I'm referencing, I will have those videos linked in the description and pinned as first comment. But the last video here, I was saying, look, your resistance, I gave you multiple resistance levels, but I said the first one to watch was this line here in the G1 chart at 20,082. So if we break 19,890, expect some more downside. And you can see what happened. We did get a wick above, but notice we pushed up. This pretty much was our resistance at 20,090, around that area. And I said once we break this point around 19,934, expect some downside. So you could have shorted this point. I got an email today. Someone said that they played this call. They made $300 and they're putting that money towards my charts. So, it is a good business model. If the charts work and it makes people money, of course you're going to keep coming back and keep subscribing. Notice we came down, we found perfect support. We pushed up, found support, and we pushed it up from 19,807. Now, all of the previous targets I gave you are still in play. I'm going to cover these and show you the updated targets through this video. And again, guys, if you do want to get into leverage trading, I use BitGet. My affiliate link's pinned down in the first comment description. I will have a link in the pinned in the first comment. Also, if you want to watch the video where I showed you guys how to do to enter a long, enter a short, set a stop loss, and to show how to get my charts into the BitGet platform, I'll put a link up to that video now. And again, my affiliate link's pinned down in the first comment description if you want to sign up. And if you want to access all these live charts, you can. For $49 a month, get access to Bitcoin charts, altcoin charts, metals, Discord, and Twitter. So let's move on, guys. So this was the video. Now, this is covering that blue ring. I want to make this very clear why I'm expecting to catch a bounce very soon. This video I put out on February 22nd, 2022. I will put a link up to this video now. It will also be pinned down in the first comment description. This is where I was telling you this ring, and now in this chart I had this ring orange. I updated this ring to make it blue, but the ring's in the same place. But right here I was saying this is the first point to catch a bounce. And notice I have this ring already highlighted down here, right? Now keep in mind, these rings are at an angle. It depends when you make contact. It depends on the price. It's curved up. But this is what I'm pointing out. This is that ring back on, this is February 22nd, 2022. I was saying, look, this is the point to catch a bounce. And if you'll notice, this video here was February 24th after the fact. You can see we caught a bounce at 34,541. So not only did I give you a point to catch a bounce, but it was pretty much to the damn dollar. And again, if you're using leverage, that's why it's important getting the best possible entry. And this was a hell of an entry. And if you'll notice, and again, the ring is blue on this chart, but that was, when we hit that point, we pushed up 40%. Just trading spot, just buying here and selling here was a great trade. But using leverage at 50 times leverage with $4,000 or $5,000, you can make a fortune on these trades. I'm telling you, the next ring, I was already preparing you in this video on February 22nd, telling you, look, and I'll put a link up this video now. Again, I'm referencing the video from February 22nd and February 24th. Those links will be, these videos will be pinned first comment. But I was already showing you, once we break this ring, right? So we caught a bounce at this ring. We pushed up, what, 40%. I was already telling you, this ring is the next ring to catch a bounce. We're right there now. That is this ring here. That's where we're about to hit. So I know that we'll catch a bounce at this point to the dollar, like last time, right here. That's where we caught the bounce. You can't see the wicks because this is on line drawing. And if we push up, well, we know potentially where we'll get rejected. I'll show you another chart for resistance. So if we push up, we're talking about hitting resistance around 21,815. That's a hell of a push from that blue ring. That's your first resistance to watch on the M1 chart. This here, guys, so, here lately, I see a lot of YouTubers talking about the DXY and talking about the indices. I've been talking about this for years. I mean, this is that same video on February 22nd. I was talking about the DXY was in the large falling wedge that was bullish. And I was telling you guys, Bitcoin's inversely correlated with DXY. If the DXY continues up, the US dollar, Bitcoin will come down. And this was a huge falling wedge. We broke out of it, back tested it as support, and I expected us to push up higher. This is the actual chart, how it's playing out. You see the DXY is on a tear, pushing up, and Bitcoin's been coming down. I was talking about the Dow Jones. I've charted the Dow Jones. Now, this video I've been talking about this way before this video referenced in February 22nd, but I was telling you, look, this was the point we would top out with the Dow, the indices, S&P, NASDAQ, and I expected to have some downside. You see, I'm showing that we were going to move down this ring. This is the actual published chart. This published on August 22nd, 2021. As I said, I've been talking about this for quite a while. And hit play and see what happened. We've been moving down this ring. And I expect us to continue down this ring to some much lower targets. This is, and if you've been following my channel, I've been talking about this white ring. I said if we push up, and I did give a target below this. I said we might get topped out, but if we did push up, a likely top would be this white ring. And you can see we did push above it a bit, just like previously, but we got topped out and came down. So again, I'm charting the future here to show you potential or probabilities what can happen. And we did get topped out here. And I'm telling you, it can get really bad. I'm expecting some much lower targets for Bitcoin. We'll give you some price targets as well. This was another chart. This was the same video on February 22nd showing you, look, when the dollar is coming down, Bitcoin's pushing up. But when the dollar is pushing up, Bitcoin's coming down, and you can see right here, this is the DXY, right? This is Bitcoin. This is, again, this is February 22nd. I was showing this. This is the actual chart. Look how much the US dollar is pushed up. Bitcoin's already dropped, what, 71%? I'm expecting the dollar to continue up. Bitcoin's going to have a lot more downside. But we will have bounces along the way. That's what I'm saying. I just showed you that blue ring, which used to be orange, why I'm expecting to catch a nice bounce there. And I'll show you some confluence between some price targets I gave you in the previous video, why these are great points to enter a short. Obviously, the next point to enter a long is that blue ring that I mentioned in the previous video. And this is what I'm talking about. So if we push up, I have so many charts showing 20,300 is an ideal point to short. You can see right here in this, if you watched recently, I was talking about this blue ring as a pivot ring. You can see what happened. As soon as we crossed this ring, we dropped. So again, I give you points to watch for a big move, and I give you not only support and resistance levels, but to the dollar. Again, if we push up, the next point to get rejected is around 20,381, and it's not just one chart showing that, it's multiple charts showing this. So you can see on, this is the A1 chart. If we push up, we have a very strong support and resistance level here. This is one chart showing potentially 20,400 to 20,300, all right? So that's one point to put in a short if we push up. Let's go to the next chart. So this is my A1BG chart, and this is actually the charts. In the beginning of the video, I mentioned, I linked to a video where I showed you how to get this chart into the BitGet platform to trade. That is this chart right here. Notice you got a rejection here, 20,159. Almost a perfect rejection here at 20,130. Well, your next resistance just above is 20,080, the previous target I gave you in the last video. Look at this next line above. You can see this line right here has been support and resistance, right? So if we push up, this is another chart in confluence, and that is what I do. I create charts, I chart them different ways, and when you find matching targets on charts charted different ways, that is confluence for a point to enter a short. And I have more than just two charts showing 23,300, 23,400 is a great point to short. So if we get above 20,080 and hold support, the next point to put in a short is 20,380 to 20,400. Your next support on this chart is right at 19,619 if you want to catch a bounce. This chart right here, this is a Q1 chart. This line was taken from another chart. We also have this support level here, right? So this is another chart in confluence with 20,381. So if we push up, this is an ideal point to put in a short. Let's go on. This is the P1 chart. Now this chart right here, this is that ring I was talking about when we hit, I'm going to go on and along. And that means if we do hit that ring and push up, you know, you're looking at possibly pushing up 20,061, or what I mentioned on the M1 chart, we could push up, that would probably be more likely target to push up. But I'm going heavy long here, and I just showed you why. This previous ring, you can't see it, you can't see the line, so you can't see the wicks because it's on line drawing. But ahead of time, guys, I told you when you hit this ring, that is where you want to long. And I also told you previously, so once you break this ring, your next target is a ring below, and that's where we're approaching right now. So I'm expecting to catch a bounce on that ring. It's just a scalp long, but ultimately, guys, the bottom. And I've covered this chart so many times. The way I created this chart, my analysis shows, look, the stock market is dropping. I expect a lot more downside. I'm telling you, the bottom will be this red line. This is how it was in the previous 3 bear markets. I can show you right here. This was our support. All of these red lines are parallel to each other. This was our bottom. Hold on. We bottomed on this same line, guys. Every single time we have a bear market, we always bottom on the same one. This is where we bottomed, and I'm telling you, the exact same damn thing is going to play out. This is where we are going to bottom. When we finally drop, the point where I'm going to hodl is this P1 chart, this red line right here. When we hit it, that is where I'm going all in. That's where I'm buying in with everything I have to ride this up. This is the lowest point I think we will go. This is when the stock market will have bottomed, and this is when we will start consolidating to go higher to put in our next bull run, wherever we top out. And you know, when we get to that point, then I'll start showing charts and creating charts to find the next top. That's what I do. When we're in a bear market, I want to find the bottom. When we're in a bull market, I want to find the top. And that is how we found the top right here. You know, and I'll do the same damn thing when we start pushing up. I want to know when to get in at the bottom, and I want to know when to get out at the top. Guys, if you do want access to charts, again, I have stocks. I'm going to be creating new charts soon. Those are in the works right now. $59 a month, get access to stocks. $199 to get access to my method of charting. I show you, I have five videos. There's only 3 you need to watch, about 45 minutes long each. I show you my method of charting, so you can see how I create these charts that you've just seen in this video. And $49 a month, get access to Bitcoin charts, altcoin charts, Discord, and Twitter. And again, guys, if you do want to sign up for BitGet, my affiliate link's pinned down in the first comment description. But that's pretty much it, guys. Just rewind it back if you want to see the support and resistance levels. And again, the M1 chart. Let me go back to this chart real quick. So if we do hold support on that blue ring, which I'm expecting, I'm going in heavy long at that point. It looks like this line, again, guys, this is what I call the God line. Every time we hit it, we get rejected. You can see that is the case. So if we do hold support on that blue ring, I expect us to push up at least to this point before getting rejected. That's where I'll take my profit, and then I believe it's going to play out like I said. We're going to continue just to step down until we make contact with this red line where I'm going all in. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.